What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, I want to address some shocking news and what the Federal Reserve just said regarding a recession. Now, some people are asking, is a recession actually going to happen in 2022? Well, we have some insights on that. And that's the question that many people have, because how do we prepare for the future? Well, here's what we know. According to the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, he said just yesterday that he doesn't see a recession as likely. However, he's also the one that thought inflation was transitory. This was transitory back in 2020, also leading into 2021. And as we know, inflation was definitely not transitory. We are sitting at 7.9% inflation right now, so he was definitely wrong. However, according to two Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas economists, today they stated that they are right now saying that without resuming Russian oil exports, Russian energy exports, a recession at this point is unavoidable. So it's a 100% chance we will be in a recession. Now, they go on to say this: if the bulk of Russian energy exports is off the market for the remainder of 2022, a global economic downturn seems unavoidable. This slowdown could be more protracted than that in 1991. That's scary. And for those of you that do not know what took place in 1991, what we saw is Iraq invaded Kuwait. Okay, now this led to higher oil prices and reduced supply. But what really sets this time apart from the last time is that today, what we are seeing is that Saudi Arabia has already decided they will not up production of oil in order to help offset the supply. So this time around, Saudi Arabia decided they are not going to do what they did in 1991. They're going to stick to their guns. They're going to do what they've been doing for some time. Also, the United Arab Emirates is not going to be producing any more oil as well. And here's the issue with what's happening here in the United States. In the United States, which we're producing some of the cleanest oil, the cleanest oil really. What we are seeing right now is that there's a major worker shortage. And companies are saying this is causing a major issue with producing oil here at home. So, do we deal with the issues regarding a worker shortage, or do we go and work with other countries to try to get them to produce more oil? That's the issue at this time. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that years ago we had in 1990, 1991, we had a very short recession. It was very short. It was, I believe, less than a year. So, all of this is actually being taken into consideration when projecting our future. But something else that you must consider is how inflation is expected to keep rising over the next few months. Now, with rising prices, consumers are expected, at least for now, to spend less, which means we could easily see our GDP drop over the next few months. And if we see two consecutive quarters of negative GDP, then we will be in a recession. That is not what we want. Now, what does this mean to the working class Americans? Well, it's actually pretty simple. In order for the world, the world's oil supply to remain contained, the price of oil must stay elevated for quite some time. And this would actually help reduce the desire and the demand to buy more oil or to buy gas, which means as oil prices stay elevated, the prices of every product in the world is most likely going to be stay somewhat elevated as well, at least for some time, which means for working class Americans, their wages will not take them as far as they once did. Your buying power will be reduced. So, what could you do about this? Well, here's a few things that you could do. Number one, you could ask for a raise to help offset these additional costs. Number two, you can work more hours if you are paid hourly. This is a great way to make a little bit extra money. And another thing that many experts say is try to be frugal from time to time. You don't have to be 100% frugal, but be frugal from time to time, because that right there will actually help you and let you build somewhat of a nest egg or savings account that you can rely on in tough times. So, what I can tell you right now is what the Federal Reserve of Dallas just said today. It's shocking, because saying that trying to avoid a recession is unavoidable at this time, that is tough to deal with when just one day ago, the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, stated that he does not think a recession at this point is likely. So, are these two different people just trying to decide on, Jerome Powell's trying to fight for his job, and I know it's a tough situation, but at the same time, is he just telling us what we want to hear, or does he firmly believe that this is the truth? Honestly, we don't know. But that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more regarding what's going on, a possible recession or not, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.